Dear viewers, welcome to Tell It As It Is TV. We'll be bringing you ancient and modern true life stories with graphic images.
Please note that characters and some environs are fictional.
As Christmas is around the corner, our team decided to do a Christmas story for our viewers' consumption. Do well to follow up till the end. You will like this fascinating story as it teaches morals and decadence. Now let's delve straight into the story. The city of Onitsha, nestled along the banks of the river Niger in Anambra State, Nigeria, was a bustling commercial hub during the 1980s and 1990s. For those of us who grew up in the vibrant yet chaotic city, the arrival of the Ember Moons, the last quarter of the year, was synonymously with a peculiar mix of excitement and dread. As the countdown to Christmas began, tales of wealth, crime, and desperation dominated conversation in marketplaces, beer parlors, and family gatherings. It was during this time that Onitsha streets whispered stories of robbery, kidnapping, ritual killings, human sacrifices, and even organ harvesting, all attributed to individuals seeking wealth and power. These were the days when driving the latest cars, a Mercedes-Benz V-Boot, a Pontiac, a Land Rover, just to mention the few, was the ultimate status symbol. It was a tradition for families to travel back to their various and respective villages for Christmas and New Year celebration in love, oneness, and togetherness. While the proud and pompous individuals flaunt their success before their kin and kinsmen. For many, however, the desire to make an impression pushed them into dangerous territories. This is backdrop against which the story of Ebuka unfolded. In November of 1988, Ebuka, a 25-year-old businessman, found himself at a crossroads, a trader in Onitsha's bustling main market. He had struggled for years to make ends meet. His modest shop barely sustained him, and he yearned for more, watching his peers ascend the social ladder. He longed to be among the big boys who lived extravagantly, drove luxury cars, and commanded respect both in city and back in their villages. One man in particular fueled Ebuka's ambitions. Emeka, a 32-year-old magnate who seemed to embody everything Ebuka desired. Emeka's success was undeniable. He owned 7 shops in the market, traveled to China monthly for business, and imported goods in 40-foot containers. Beyond his financial empire, Emeka employed 9 boys, who worked tirelessly for him and lived under his roof, a status symbol in itself. To Ebuka, Emeka's life was epitome of success. Determined to change his fortune, Ebuka sought Emeka's advice over drinks one evening in a beer parlor in Fegi, Onitsha. Emeka revealed the secret behind his wealth: membership in a powerful occultic society. According to Emeka, the society's ritual guaranteed wealth and influence beyond imagination. Ebuka, desperate to escape his financial struggles, agreed to join without fully understanding the price. The initiation process was grueling. After a series of tests and rituals, Ebuka was summoned by the chief priest of the occultic society. It was here that the price of wealth was revealed. The blood of a virgin must be spilled. Shocked and terrified, Ebuka realized the magnitude of what he had agreed to. He was given an ultimatum: provide a sacrifice with the next lunar cycle or forfeit his chance at wealth. There is no going back at this point. He already knows their secret. It is not just a society, but a secret society. And their secret must be protected from within and kept from the outside world. Failure for Ebuka to adhere within 21 days will lead to his instant death after 21 days, or goes mad for the rest of his life. Ebuka's heart sank as he considered the implication of the demand. What has he gotten himself into? Compromising this will cost him his life, or he runs mad for the rest of his life and still die as a madman. He is lost and drowned in his own thoughts. There was only one person in his life who met the criteria: Chidinma, his 20-year-old girlfriend, a devout Roman Catholic who attends block rosary from Monday to Saturday and never misses any church on Sundays, as she is a Sunday school teacher. Chidinma was a kind and innocent young woman who had vowed to remain chaste until marriage. Her unwavering faith and purity were among the qualities that had drawn Ebuka to her. Despite his ambitions, Ebuka genuinely loved Chidinma and had always respected her values. Now, however, he faced an excruciating dilemma. The thought of betraying the woman he loved was unbearable. Yet the lure of wealth and status gnawed at him. Above all, he may die or go mad. But he brought this upon himself. What a dilemma. Because of the quest for wealth, he imagined himself driving into his village in a sleek Mercedes, building mansions and commanding the respect of everyone who had ever doubted him. The temptation was overwhelming. For days, Ebuka wrestled with his conscience. He found himself avoiding Chidinma, unable to look her in the eyes as he grappled with the dark thoughts. Meanwhile, Emeka continued to pressure him, reminding him of the rewards that await him should he fulfill the requirements, as well as the detriment he will equally face if he fails to comply. As the deadline approached, Ebuka's mental state deteriorated. He was torn between his love for Chidinma and his desire for wealth. Each time he saw her, her radiant smile, her unwavering faith, he felt a pang of guilt. Yet, the image of himself as a wealthy and powerful man refused to fade. The ember months brought a flurry of activity to Onitsha. Traders prepared for the Christmas rush. Families planned their journeys back to their villages, and the streets buzzed with the energy of the season. Beneath the surface, however, darker forces stirred. Ebuka's life was about to take a turn that would change him forever, and not in the way he had imagined. As the clock ticked towards the deadline, Ebuka stood at the precipice of a life-altering decision. The choice he made would determine not only for his future, but also the fate of the woman he claimed to love.
The story has just began. Find out in part 2 of Ebuka's next line of action, if he did go on with the plan of sacrificing his fiancée or seek alternate means. Moral of the story so far. 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 10 warns us that the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil, and in their eagerness to be rich, some have wandered away from the faith and have pierced themselves with many pains. Please subscribe, comment, like and share.